But it was not solely Georgiana's company that he had appreciated. He was finding Miss Bennet to be alarmingly delightful, her frank conversation and sparkling arch looks intriguing and charming him. Darcy had spent considerable time around young unmarried ladies, at parties and routs and balls, and when visiting the houses of friends and relations. He had met the recent season's belles and the heiresses and the graceful, lovely daughters of impecunious nobility, and the bright young women noted for their witticisms. Yet he had never, in all his years living among the haut ton in London, found any lady so attractive. Elizabeth Bennet was not like the other women he had known, polished by their finishing schools, delicate and properly languid. Miss Bennet was the opposite, strong and lively, revelling in the sun and the brisk breeze, a light and pleasing figure displayed quite nicely by her vigorous stride. Her conversation was as brisk as her personality, intelligent and clever, and a bit arch at times. But she was never unkind, noting with a quick eye whenever his sensitive sister grew uncomfortable and promptly changing the subject. She was an eminently admirable lady and good friend to his sister, and he would be honored to count her the same. But his misgivings arose from another sector. If she was the most intriguing lady of his acquaintance, would his heart be safe and content with mere friendship? Already he found himself dwelling on her far too often, eagerly, too eagerly, looking forward to seeing her again, basking in her presence. The previous night she had even appeared in his dreams, smiling broadly with those alluring eyes sparkling at him. It was an appalling turn of events. As delightful as Miss Bennet was, she was no fit bride for him. The daughter of a gentleman she might be, but her father was, from what Darcy had gathered, a mere country squire, of no societal position worth mentioning. And of course to have an aunt and uncle and grandfather in trade. Preposterous. He had to leave. He would inform Georgiana on the morrow that it was time to depart. She would be disappointed, he knew, and for that he was sorry, but he would pay her closer attention and make it up to her. Doubtless Pemberley required his consideration again, and Georgiana loved their country home. He would not mention Miss Bennet, certainly, all the way that he feared that ongoing proximity would wear down his iron control of his own will and heart. Surely, once he was separated from her, this strange fascination would vanish like the morning mists.